join the committee, where coaches turn on camera like pros, ain't no pity. From first take jitters to spotlight hitters, we got your back when the light's a little bitter. Pro tips on angles, mics and frame control. No more oops, I'm muted, that's out of your console. You'll learn to own the stage, turn nervous into swagger. We're hype, we're real, we mix hustle with a little banter. This is just the start, your journey's in ignition. With the committee fam, we fuel your ambition. Rise up, shine bright, let your confidence glow. With the committee crew, you'll steal every show. From practice to live, we got the keys to your flow. New member in the house, let's rock it, here we go. Join the committee, where coaches turn on camera like pros, ain't no pity. From first take jitters to spotlight hitters, we got your back when the light's a little bitter. Pro tips on angles, mics and frame control. No more oops, I'm muted, that's out of your console. You'll learn to own the stage, turn nervous into swagger. We're hype, we're real, we mix hustle with a little banter. This is just the start, your journey's in ignition. With the committee fam, we fuel your ambition. Rise up, shine bright, let your confidence glow. With the committee crew, you'll steal every show. From practice to live, we got the keys to your flow. New member in the house, let's rock it, here we go.
Stand tall, the camera's in your face. Step into the light, this is your space. Your voice is power, your words will soar. The world's your stage, open the door. No script can cage the truth you bring. You're the phoenix, rise, spread your wings. Calm the nerves, let your message flow. The committee's here to help you glow. Go live, go bright, unleash your might. The world is watching under the spotlight. Raise your voice, let the truth arrive. With the committee's call, you'll thrive. Mistakes can't stop what's in your soul. Every stumble makes the story whole. Show them the real, don't just survive. Own the moment now, go live. Feel the rush of the people's gaze, lost in the rhythm of your phrase. Practice makes the passion ignite. The committee's spark fuels the night. Go live, go bold, let your tale be told. Nothing can stop when your heart's sold. Feel the fire, let the energy drive. With the committee's call, you'll thrive.
change has a reason. Baby, let it come to you. Every soul, every season lives outside of status quo. If we stop believing we're meant to be, expanding our abilities. If the passion's gone, we are doing it wrong. Baby, you and I should start living now. With the whole world at our feet, we could stay or we could leave. There is nothing in between. So baby, we should start living now. 'Cause we only have this life. Wanna laugh and wanna cry. I don't wanna waste my time. So baby, we should start living now. Baby, we should start living now. We are close, can you feel it? Something is behind the clouds. We just have to believe it. That we can make the sun come out. Let us lose ourselves in a fairy tale. Who can say what's wrong or right? We're the only ones who can decide. Baby, you and I should start living now. With the whole world at our feet, we could stay.
Lights, camera, live in action. Ecamm's the key to your satisfaction. Lower thirds, overlays, getting traction. You post, they engage, it's a chain reaction. Lights, camera, live in action. Ecamm's the key to your satisfaction. Lower thirds, overlays, getting traction. You post, they engage, it's a chain reaction. Step into the world where your vision's unfurled. Ecamm Live's on the scene, let your story be heard. Drag, drop, connect, a tech symphony. Broadcasting live in high quality. Multicam magic, switch it on the go. From your Mac to the world, let your visual show. Overlay graphics, scene switching slick. With Ecamm Live, no editing, and that's the trick. Lights, camera, live in action. Ecamm's the key to your satisfaction. Lower thirds, overlays, getting traction. You post, they engage, it's a chain reaction. Lights, camera, live in action. Ecamm's the key to your satisfaction. Lower thirds, overlays, getting traction. You post, they engage, it's a chain reaction. Dial in your sound, make it crisp and clear. Mic check 1, 2, let the audience hear. Interviewing guests from near and far. From local to global, you're a streaming star. Green screen effects, transport your space. Custom backgrounds, tie your digital place. Stream to YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook Live. Ecamm's versatility, man, it helps you thrive. Lights, camera, live in action. Ecamm's the key to your satisfaction. Lower thirds, overlays, getting traction. You post, they engage, it's a chain reaction. Lights, camera, live in action. Ecamm's the key to your satisfaction. Lower thirds, overlays, getting traction. You post, they engage, it's a chain reaction. Analytics in view, see your message spread. Comments on the screen, every word can be read. Record, repurpose with ridiculous ease. Clip from social media, spread your message like a breeze. No heavy edits, save your precious time. Ecamm Live, the rhythm to creators rhyme. From hobbyists to pros, it's a tool to choose. Ecamm Live, the platform where you never lose. Lights, camera, live in action. Ecamm's the key to your satisfaction. Lower thirds, overlays, getting traction. You post, they engage, it's a chain reaction. Lights, camera, live in action. Ecamm's the key to your satisfaction. Lower thirds, overlays, getting traction. You post, they engage, it's a chain reaction.
It's a chain reaction. I'm still bumping my head to that. Come on now. You are as well. Let's talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, my friends, what's up? Lion FLUDD here. It's been a minute and I'm back right now. I'm excited. I got a little inspiration from watching a fellow Ecamm user and friend doing something with the new update that we've gotten recently, and I'm going to show you how you can do it as well, just as simply. Now, what you're going to see, you can do in Canva, right? It's going to take you a little bit more, couple of steps, but that's okay. So if you're seeing this and you're not an Ecamm user currently, that's okay. Not your fault. You didn't know. Now you know, right? So I'm going to put some information in the chat for you to get that free trial, complimentary trial. I think I have it in there. And let me see, just in case. And then also, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the committee group. But first, let me show you an example of what we're going to be referencing. And for those who don't know me, that's new. I'm Lion Flood, your virtual branding expert. That's right. I'm the person that teaches you to look, sound, and perform better so you can get that ultimate, mighty dollar that we're talking about, right? Because it makes no sense to be doing a business. And if you're not making money, you simply at that point just have an expensive hobby, right? Because we all want money, money, money. Yeah. All right. So let's talk about it. Let's get into it. And let me show you what it's going to look like that we're going to be working on. We get direct into it here. Oh, also, really quick before we go, if you have questions, please put them in the format of a Q, a colon, and then your question. That way my system helps me to separate the comments and questions so we can work and get them done a lot easier and smoother. I am not no fluff person that gives you straight to the stuff, all that talking and yapping and chicky chicky japping. Ain't what that. So look, this is my associate, my friend Ella Glascobignan. And this is one of the things that she did for one of her clients recently. And I'm going to show you a short little reel and video of what it looks like. And then we'll dive into how to make it. And truthfully, I'm excited because number one, this update has brought so much more excitement within the Ecamm fam and other people to be able to see it and to use it. So this, I'm going to say, we call it a scene, and I'm going to continue calling it that. Some people in other formats may call it a slide, but for now, I'm going to be a scene. Imagine your scene being on your training like this, and you being placed in that circle so people can see you. And then now all of a sudden, you go to your next slide, your next scene, and then you're prominent, you're big, right? And then now you're able to still have your face, you're talking, and you can still have your information on the screen. So let's take a quick look at what that looks like here. 1 second, let me get back to it. And there we go. All right, so when you see this, keep in mind, right, this is just a brief little short little thing that she's referencing. So let's take a look at that here.
Because I was just working with one of my clients, and we were just thinking about scenes, and she had asked me a question about creating a particular scene, and what if she had created a scene that was going from the camera over here where it is right now, and the next scene, what if it was going to be in a different place? And I said, oh, we can totally do that. So this is what we were talking about. This is the scene, just for an idea for you all to have. Look, I love live motion. Have I said it before? I'm gonna say it again. I love live motion. This is so freaking smooth. It's so smooth. I love it. Okay, that's really all I came to say and show.
So, do you know that she loves live motion? Is she excited about it? We all have been loving it. You've seen several videos of mine where I have placed that in there, implemented it in there. But today I'm going to show you how to build it out. So, fellow Ecamm users, grab your mic. We're going to go ahead and do this here, your keyboard rather. And if you are not an Ecamm user, go ahead and grab that free complimentary trial there and rewatch this video to be able to put it in. So here are a couple of things that we have done, and I've done a couple of these earlier today, but here's one of my favorite ones that I love doing. So when I start off into this kind of motion here, when I go to the training to teach about my presentation skills and whatnot, to be able to go from this scene, okay, or slide, continuously think of slide as scene if you're not an Ecamm user, but I'm going to keep saying scene at this moment. To go to the next scene. So now I have slid the camera from being in that top left side of the corner smaller to being big, positioned into my scene so that all of the words, everything is still prominent and big, right? I'm I'm still here. People get to still see it and read it. All right. Let's jump into a couple of more examples and then I'll show you how this works. So, for example, here's one of mine that I love when I'm doing some trainings or if I'm in a network meeting and whatnot. And then at this point, I'm going to have a word go from the top drop down to the bottom. You'll see it here. VCA Academy, smartest way to host virtual events. Right. So that little movement catches the eye, prominent, stays inside someone else's brain. Here's one I made for one of my friends, Katie Suick. Check her out, collaboration strategist and specialist. And this, so I'll show you guys in this here. If you look, this moves, and everything else is in different positions. So that way she gets to position this for wherever she wants it at. And as an example, this is where her image in her camera would be at. So make sure you go check her out as well. I love collaborations in supporting. So let's jump into one of the newest ones. All right. So I'm digging this color. I like this color. I think it goes good with the skin tone. What do you think? All right. So here, what we have once again is items on the screen that's able to be moved. So for an example, you can see this. What is the benefit of this, you ask? It is that if you are working on a project and you need to make a quick change or you need to be able to add something in simply and easy, you can do so. If you make this in Canva, then download it as a JPEG, PNG, whatever file, and then drag it and drop it. That still works great. But what happens is now you're locked in on that, right? And that's still cool. If you need it to be locked in, you can do the same here. It does not need to be locked in, or even in Canva. But this gives you the opportunity now to change, for an example, the color. Let's say I wanted to add some shadow to this, and I'm gonna do this in a bright way just so you guys can be able to see this. Actually, no, what? Yeah, let's do that. So now let's say with this logo again, I wanted to add in. So I made it a little darker there, but I'm gonna make it bright. So I'm gonna put the yellow in there just so you can see. Right, I have the ability, similarly in Canva, to change this right up front. But even when I do that, all of that stuff still stays. Right, see that yellow stays. Okay, so I kind of like that yellow. What do you think? You think I should have that yellow stay there? I'm gonna do it just for a while and see what people think. All right. So now, again, let's think of this as a slide. So now we're going to make this. Well, first, let me show you what it looks like, and then I'll show you what we're going to make. So again, I'm going to go from this slide. Let's say I am going to now make my pricing chart come up, right? And this is mine. I just took this as an example so you guys can be able to see this. But now I want to go talk about pricing. And at the end, I said, well, what does it cost to join, whatever type of program that you're doing? Here's one of the options as an example. That live motion again made that go from the square kind of a thing to the circle up in the corner. And maybe I can start talking about this. Please keep in mind you have full control over everything on the screen here. So if maybe that circle is too big, I can immediately, maybe just kind of shrink it down so I don't want it to cover the number. What is that word? I can, just put it there for an example. Just kind of making this really quick so you can see. But then also from this, I can then take it from anywhere from this to the next one to now bring that pricing chart a little bit more in frame, right? So there's an example of live motion. That little motion that you see there is so important to keeping the brain of someone who's watching this go like, hey, what's happening? What's going on? So now let's jump into making it. If you questions, put them in the comment section in the chat. And if you want to see one of these made for you, for your brand, your color scheme, please let me know. Let's jump on. And I will show you no, let's just jump right into it because I want to keep this kind of short. Yeah. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to create a blank scene, but I want to keep. Actually, you know what? Yeah, no, that's good. Um, let's do this. Okay, let me come back here, just so I can make sure I'm um, making do of your time here. I'm just gonna make a duplicate, a copy of this, and that way I don't mess up the first one. All right. So now let me put this at the bottom, and let's go ahead and start this from the beginning. All right. So I am going to make everything go. All right. So now we're starting at the beginning. All right. I created a blank canvas. All right. Let me make me a little bit bigger so you guys can see me up here. So similar to Canva, if you're familiar with that, again, there's some trainings on that to show you how to work with Canva. But we have a blank canvas. I want to make this my color scheme. So I am going to put a shape overlay into there. It remembers the last color I used, so we're obviously going to just use that because I'm actually falling in love with this color the more and more I see it. So let's make this a cover the entire screen. All right. And let's get my camera to be seen. Okay. All right. So now we have that. We're going to put my logo on here. And for those who don't know how to make a logo transparent, you can do that in Canva, or you can also, let me put the link in here for a website that I use often. And it is called remove.bg, right? Remove background is what that is doing. Oh, maybe I should have put it in here now. Oh, we'll do it next time. Okay, so what I'm going to do at this point is I am going to, do I have it up already? Yep, I do. Okay. I am going to drag and drop my logo onto here with the transparent background. And for the most part, that's what Ecamm, gets you. It gets you drag and drop. There's not, the workflow is simple. After all, I always say, what do I tell you guys? If it works, simply do more of it. Stop trying to overcomplicate things, right? This works great. So here we go. We're going to drag and simply drop it onto the canvas. Now it's all about just simply resizing, making it where we want it to be. Okay, so for here, we have our logo there. And matter of fact, if anyone who's watching wants to see this done with theirs, just put in a comment that you want it, and then I'll grab maybe something from like a website or a picture that you have and show you how that's done. So here now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to readjust my camera so you guys can see that. I am going to make this, instead of a circle, I'm going to make this kind of like this little rounded frames to kind of even this out. And I'm not going to worry about the sizing directly. I'm just showing you, number one, how simple and easy this is, right? For me, I would make this like exact size and all that, right? So at this point, that's it. Simplistic how we just created a scene, a slide, right? Now we're going to create our second one. So I am going to take, oh, perfect. Let's do this. I'll use that image. So once again, all I'm simply going to do is duplicate this scene so that way I don't mess up the next one. And I'm going to drag this image into this scene. Right? This is image I'm going to use. At this point, I mean, yeah, I'll just keep it above the overlay. All right. And actually, it looks kind of cool. I was going to make it smaller, but I like it this size. Right? You can always adjust it a little bit later. So, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to use this to make the magic happen, right? To make the live motion happen within that. And again, remember, questions, concerns, let me know. We can do one for you as well, really quick on the fly. You see how quick this is being done. So in essence, what we start off with is we start off here talking to our audience, letting them know about something, and then we want to invite them to our training, right? Or whatever it is. Now this pops up on the screen. But I'm going to show you one of the great things about the live motion and how this can benefit you as well. So what I'm going to do is come back here to this one here. So let's say I want that image to pop up, and I want your ideas too. Let me get some ideas from you all of how to do this, because what I'm going to do is just keep a simple one. I'm going to put this image behind my camera overlay. I'm going to make it small, little small image. Okay. And I'm actually going to put it right at the corner here. Okay, there we go. And by placing it behind my camera so it can't be seen, I don't like that edge there, but that's okay. We'll just, there you go, ADHD brain. All right, now when I go to the next scene, that image is going to come up and go to exactly where it's at. Or where it's supposed to be, sort of like this, right? So you see how now that live motion makes it go from here. So I say, all right, so let me tell you all about the new program we're running. And now it just comes up. It's smooth. It makes it look. And the same thing with the camera. You can do that with all of your cameras. I think I've shown that one earlier where one of the cameras moved. Right? All that was made in 2 minutes, right? And then you will continue doing it. So let's continue making one more slide, and then we'll get some questions and get ready to wrap this up. So I'm gonna let's change the camera. What do you say? Change the camera. So what I'm gonna do is duplicate this once again, because now, oh, how about that? Interesting. Okay, I like that. So what I'm going to do is, okay, so I'm going to duplicate this once again. All right, now I'm going to take this camera and I'm going to put it, let me get the logo. I want the logo to be over on this side now. Okay. And you can see how fun this actually can become by you having the full capability, not just in a template, of making your brand what you want it to be. So then now let's put the hat there. All right. And let's put the camera on top. Because what I'm going to do is place me where he was at and put it there. Okay. And I'm going to smooth out the edges by making them square. So that way it kind of just formats and looks better. And again, for everyone who's watching this, please understand this is being done live, right? And sort of what you would be doing inside of Canva, but now you can do this and make changes, anything you need right before your presentation in case you need to change something. You don't have to go back into Canva and redo a slide, or if you found an error. If there was an error in maybe one of the spelling or something, I can change it right away. All right. So then now, let's just say that brings me here. So now let's start at slide number 1, scene number 1. Hey everyone, welcome. I'm here. Live motion engages my whatever image comes up, and then I say, let me break down. So now I go to the third one, right? And you can see how the logo and I transpose. Oh, that's smooth. I like it. And you can do this in a recording, right? Or in live, right? So if you are presenting and you want to do your webinars, or if you needed to make a recording for your group or something like that, man, I'm going to use this, and I'm going to put this actually on one of my posts. I like this. I'll rough out a couple of edges and everything there. So let's see. Let me see. I think I like that. That evens out. All right. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So, any questions, whether you're watching this now live or on the replay, go ahead and ask a question. Put inside it. We'll make sure we get to your question and answer it. And we're going to go ahead and get ready to in this one here. I'm enjoying this, and I actually am going to go make me a video on this right now. Hey, thanks for joining. I look forward to it. If you have an idea of what you would like to see me train on, let me know. Oh, also, really quick before I end this, I want to tell you all about the committee. As I told you, I would get to that really quick. So what is that? It is a founding members launch for our new group that we're forming in this section. We're bringing about pride, tribe, and community. It is $27 a month. And if you can't invest in yourself, then you don't need to be in this spot. Your business isn't growing. If you are just a tire kicker and just wanting free stuff all the time, it's not going to work. I understand free stuff. I did it when I first started too. But you have to get to some point where you invest in your business. And that's what we're doing. Other like-minded entrepreneurs that's going to push you, help you grow to look better in this space so that you ultimately come and make more money. The link is inside of the chat, but I will place, that's to the group, but I'm placing a complimentary trial, 14 days, inside of the link on the comments right now. Use that one. And you still get access to our community as well. Even if you decide not to stay within side of the learning portion, we have 2 sections, right? The community of group members, which is the free part, and then the training parts, which we have over 300 hours of content on that will show you how to work through that. All right. I'm going to go ahead and thank you all for allowing me to come into your virtual space, Lion Fub with VCA Academy. And we teach you the art of going live so you can actually make some money.
Stay